My name is Bryn Kent. I'm from Middlebury, Vermont, and my CLP was called Flaunt Vermont. So the mission of my CLP was to inspire confidence and knowledge in young girls while exposing them and helping them develop a relationship with the outdoors. So the reason I came up with this idea is because I know that there's a lot of issues with self-confidence once you begin the transition into middle school, so around 10 or 11 years old. And so from going through this when I was that age, I knew that I really wanted to try and change that in my own community. While I was at the Alzar school, I had a leadership class, and in that leadership class I developed a plan around how I wanted to really get this project going. While I was at the Alzar school, I really got to develop a relationship with nature, and I found that this really did increase my self-confidence, even as a junior in high school. And so I realized that if I could somehow set a base for girls to start developing this relationship at a young age, as they grew up, they could really become more in tune with themselves and their surroundings, and I think that really helps in building up your self-confidence and being more confident in who you are and what you look like. So my goal is to help these girls realize that they are able to be true to themselves if they put their minds to it, and I think that developing a relationship with the outdoors and with nature is a really good way to do that. So the day before the action day, I asked my action team to come together so that we could make a plan for the day. I wanted to start off with a name game, so I asked the girls to say their name, describe the most beautiful place they had ever been to, and what Vermont animal they would be and why. After this, we played some games just to lighten up the mood and let them know that this was supposed to be a fun day. After we finished the name game, we handed out papers for a scavenger hunt. This was probably the most popular activity during the day, where the girls started to have a lot of fun. After we finished this, I decided it was time for a snack. So we had snack for a little bit until our orchard manager, Blake, came and gave us a little presentation on apples and apple trees. After this presentation, we went for a walk to the pond, and on that walk, I asked all the girls to try and find an object that they thought described themselves, and then we were going to share it when we got to the pond. After this, it was time for lunch, so we walked to a big field, laid down some blankets, had lunch, and this is where I opened it up for a little debrief discussion to talk about what we had done that day and got some awesome feedback for the day.
Hi, I'm Helen Anderson. I've been friends with Bryn for quite a long time, and Bryn contacted me, I think, a couple months ago, actually when she was still at Alzar.
Hi, I'm Tully Hescock. I too have been friends with Bryn for a really long time, and Bryn contacted me while she was at Alzar, and then again when she got back, telling me that she had this plan to have a kind of a camp thing for younger girls to get some experience in the outdoors and learning about wildlife and tracking and those types of things. I thought it was a really good idea, and those things are really important to me. I grew up always outside, always doing things with my siblings and my mom, and so I thought it was a really great cause and I really wanted to be a part of it.
This kind of ordeal is really important to me, like the whole idea of being outside and female empowerment, because I live in Vermont, so I've been outside my entire life. Both my parents have really always been outdoorsy, and I just really love it. I love breathing fresh air, and I've always found being outside, especially running, to be very stress relieving. If it's something that's important to me and important to my friend, I obviously wanted to get involved, and it was really great. I'm happy I did it.
So basically Bryn did all the work, organizing it and getting everything together, and then me and Helen came and we did a planning day where we decided what the schedule would be, what we would be focusing on, how long everything would be, which actually took a lot of planning and organizing, which was a lot of thanks to Bryn.
We got together for a couple hours and we just kind of planned different activities that, we were once 8-year-old girls, 10-year-old girls, and so that we would want to do. So just being outside, running around, and really they were among friends, so we knew they would have fun either way.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a really successful day, and we got a lot of feedback from the girls themselves, and they want to do more of these, which is really empowering for everybody involved.
You found a chipmunk?
Yes.
Addie? Addie, spell your name. A-D-D-I-E.
What did you find?
Found an animal track.
Ooh. What's the suspected animal?
You know, chipmunk, cat, house cat, dog.
Crackers.
Some healthy Ritz crackers.
Nothing.
Here, an apple tree, that's a big one. That's going to stay. That won't come off. But all the littler ones will. Every year, an apple tree makes more apples than it can actually use. And so what the tree does about this time of year is say, you know, I'm going to get rid of some of them. It's called the bigger apple that may have fallen off. The best time to come is going to be you pick one of these? Pick one that's about level with your head.
I have one that's full and Look how green the frog is.
Where's it?
Catch that frog. I thought this was part of a crab. It was a pinchy stick.
Part of a crab. We're not by the ocean.
I don't care, but it looked like a crab claw or whatever.
Like as you guys get older, you're gonna realize that there's a lot of pressure put on girls to look a certain way and be a certain person. But I just kind of, I think that going like exposing yourself with nature and like developing a relationship with it can kind of help you just ignore that part of society. Yeah.
Thank you for starting me off with just games. I like the scavenger hunt, and then we first walked down the driveway.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Want to do this type of thing again?
Every week. Maybe once a month.
Once a month.
Overall, I think that my Flaunt Vermont project was a huge success. The girls were really, really respectful and really took in all that we were doing. They would provide really thoughtful responses to our activities, and they would get into our games. And they were super friendly with each other and to us, and I thought it was just a super great day because I wasn't sure how well they would take it and whether or not it would just be their parents forcing them to do this thing or if they would actually want to end up doing it. And at the end of the day, I was so pleased that these girls were asking me to do it again, and they said, we want to do this again, like we should do everything, like we should try cooking and all these different things. And I was amazed. I never thought that I would be able to kind of inspire them to keep doing things like this and keep exploring the outdoors and just having fun while doing it. And it was so much fun for me and for my friends to be able to hang out with these kids and these girls. And we had been in their shoes at one point in time, and to be able to kind of see a spark in them.